for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
Walk like a man, talk like a man, walk like a man, my son.
It was a good song.
It was.
Walk like a man, talk like a man, sing it like a woman.
Literally.
Yeah, that's part of the just confusion. It's
that-
part of the confusion in our world.
Do you remember Divine?
Oh, God.
Divine did a cover of that song. That's sad when Divine sounds more like a man
than Frankie Valli did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a very, Divine was a very, very strange human. And I don't even like to think about the individual because of some of the things that individual did.
Yeah.
It just grosses me out to even think about it.
Yes, but my point is, that's sad when Divine did that song
it's a man.
better.
It's a man.
Yeah.
It's a man.
It was a man.
There's a lot of it that's, strange. Something else that was strange today, we actually, God bless Omega and my mother, that they went shopping for us.
Yes.
Because, as you can tell with my voice, not totally back to,
Yeah, you're
normal.
You're not out of the woods just yet.
Oh, no. And I did not want to go into a store and go into some kind of coughing fit and scare the masses. Yeah, I did that last week. Had to leave out of the store going, allergies, it's allergies. And it actually was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's fun.
But to, send somebody with a shopping list, and it takes a lot of effort to sit there and go, okay, I need this and this and this and this. And you have to find it there, and you have to go to here to get this. And it's just cumbersome. Whereas if you can go yourself, you know what you need. You know where it's at. Yeah. You can just sort of go on autopilot.
If I had known that they were going to Walmart, I would have been like, hey, pick me up such and such.
Mm-hmm. That's probably why they didn't. It's okay. We got what we needed.
Yeah.
Including a bag of oranges. Fruit.
Mm-hmm.
We were craving fruit. Kid was craving fruit.
Made a smoothie.
He did.
And it's a damn good smoothie.
Yes.
But I don't know what the fuck happened to me. But I was drinking that, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to finish it because I was starting to get ill.
Well, a lot of times, and this is what happens when, as far as, that's a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
If you make a fruit smoothie, that is a tremendous amount of sugar. It's natural sugar, but it's still sugar.
Yeah.
So you sort of, more is not always better.
I figured, this is something that I do need. I do need more fruit in my life, especially like the vitamin C and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Need more of it. So it's like, okay, let me just make a smoothie and that will get...
Yeah. But it was like a ginormous amount.
Yeah.
And that's just like, if you cannot eat a certain amount of whatever, spinach, the kale thing that's been a very strange thing to me.
But I ate more fruit when I was younger than I do now. So what the heck has happened?
Yes and no. I mean, but you think about it as far as the number of bananas or berries and everything combined. And it's like if you sat down and actually consumed that, it would be a lot. It would be too much.
Yeah.
But when it's juiced, it's like, oh, well, I'm getting this much more, whatever. That doesn't mean it's a good thing.
Yeah. You're going to have to get a cup about that big for the smoothies from now on.
Yeah,
this small.
About, 12 ounces. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Drink that from a sippy cup.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just interesting that people have somehow forgotten how to feed themselves. That or they're willing to listen to, and everybody and their brother is an expert about something these days, or claim to be. And Who said?
It's like, where's your proof?
Right.
Where's your degree in whatever thing?
Well, it ain't even a matter
Even
of
if
degree.
you got a degree. Even if you got a degree, that doesn't mean you know shit about shit.
Exactly. Everybody's body is different. There's a lot of factors that are not being thrown out there to the public.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Oh shit, I gotta store that now, and it's like, oh fuck.
it'll be fine. It's a jar. You just put it, and what you could do actually is put it in something and put it in the freezer.
I thought about that.
And then you could have a nice little frozen treat. All kinds of things that you can do. You just be creative with it.
Was this the original topic for the video?
Sorta, kinda. Because I went down a rabbit hole that it was talking about 1970s poverty meals. And it's like there's all kinds of these recipes for what they're calling poverty meals. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching that and I'm like, most of this stuff we still eat on a regular basis.
I saw somewhere that Beanie Weenies was considered a poverty meal, but I'm like, damn, Beanie Weenies are expensive if you get the good ones.
Right. My God. That was, ramen noodles and Beanie Weenies, that's as far as college food.
Yeah, ramen's fucking expensive now at this point.
Yeah. But it was so funny, and they were talking about as far as chicken livers, fried chicken livers. Now let me tell you something, we're Appalachian. That's something that's... and the chicken livers have gotten so expensive you can't hardly find them.
That's when you just get some chickens, Yeah.
Yeah.
You start raising your own chickens and slaughtering them yourself. Then there you go. You got everything.
And there is, honestly, there's a, it's a sort of it's a gas station called Marathon that is in a town near us. And they have a deli sort of thing with that. They've got some of the best food. And not everybody can fry chicken livers correctly. Some people will undercook them and they're gross.
Yeah.
Some people will overcook them and they're gross. But there's a lady there and it's perfect.
She has it down to a science.
She does.
There's a Lana Del Rey song called Queen of the Gas Station.
And that's perfectly fine. Yep. I have no problem with that.
If you want to love me, take me to the gas station.
But they have fried chicken. They have certain, I think, maybe Fridays, they have fried fish. And it's really, really good.
Yeah.
These are some of the places that you go.
They got it down to a science, and it's good.
Yeah.
But some of the places that you want to get?
If you want to know where a good place to eat is, go where the truckers go.
Yeah.
The truckers are not going to go and eat at some place that's bad.
Like the food at Love's. The Love's food is good. Not if they got... Screw the McDonald's stuff. The McDonald's stuff is going to be McDonald's shit. It's right there in the Love's thing if they don't got a Subway or something else like that. I'm talking about the shit. We're talking about the shit that they have on the rollers.
Yeah, the rotisserie stuff or whatever they call them.
Yes.
That's some good stuff.
Stuff in the fridge.
Yeah,
sandwiches.
They have just all kinds of wonderful things. But within as far as the poverty meals, not just the chicken livers. And I get that could be a cultural thing. But they were talking about as far as potted meat. We still eat that from time to time.
We do. And Spam.
Well, the Spam is expensive. Yeah. Hell, the potted meat has got expensive.
Everything's got expensive.
But I'm thinking, okay, this is stuff I grew up on. This is stuff that we still eat. What do they consider a non-poverty meal?
At that point, legit, all the stuff that we've listed so far, that's just considered Appalachian delicacies.
Yes.
Appalachian food.
Yes.
That and pork and beans and...
We're a very practical people.
Yes.
Because we've had to be.
Very simple.
And they were talking about, the one pot things that can last for several meals or feed several people. Yes, because that's logical.
Yes. You want to have that food for days.
To fix a big pot of soup and to send, it was just like I fixed a big pot of soup there for the weekend, sent some down to Mom and her, the bunch that's down there. We ate on it for days.
Yes.
You know, and it's, how do other people live? I don't know what they're doing. Is the rest of the world eating filet mignon and lobster every night?
No, they're eating pizza just like the rest of us. They're sitting there in front of their TVs.
Pizza can be expensive.
Yes, unless you make it yourself.
Now, I'll tell you, the kid has perfected pizza making. He really has.
I'm cheating on it. I'm cheating with it.
You're cheating.
I'm rolling it out with a roller rather than hand tossing the shit.
Good God, nobody cares about that.
It works. It works.
Works. That's the main thing. But yeah, as far as the poverty stuff, and I was sort of astounded.
When I was younger, what I considered the rich people food, legit, was the Gushers. If they had a fruit roll up, they
name
were
brand
luxury.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were living in luxury. If they got fruit roll ups, Gushers, they got the name brand Fruit Loops.
And we have had discussions for a few days about this. If you go to the City of Food, you've got the name brand stuff. And then you've got Craven brand, which is usually pretty good. It depends on what you get.
Usually.
Then you have the store label brand. And then you have that kind that's in some kind of white label. And that's like the lowest of the low.
That's the bottom of the barrel shit. You don't get that.
Some of that stuff is, you're sitting there going, I'm probably eating cardboard, some kind of form of cardboard.
I think at that point, no joke, you would get more. You can get better food from the Dollar Tree. Mm-hmm. I watched this lady. She got some of the meat from the Dollar Tree that was in the freezer section.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it was really good, and honestly, I'm tempted to go get it.
Well, that's possible. I know that they had the thing with the Dollar Tree frozen stuff. Like some of the cuts of meat, it was so thin.
That's the thing. It's thin, but she said that it was really good.
Yeah.
And it was tender.
Okay.
And so it's like, you know what? You're convincing me. You're convincing me on the Dollar Tree food. I will eat that.
Yeah.
There's some of the Dollar Tree food that I have ate before, and I'm like, this is damn good.
Yeah. It's food.
Literally.
But like I said, what the hell are these other people eating?
Organic, grass-fed, borscht fucking things. I don't know.
Yeah, stuff that we can't pronounce.
Grass-fed, non-corn GMO'd, stuffed up the ass, all that.
Well, I guess
apple core up the ass, grass-fed, beef cuts.
Probably. We are the GMO at this point. We really are.
Yeah.
But it was funny. Mm-hmm. And to sit there and go, okay, are you trying to meal shame someone?
I guess so, yeah. What
It was
rich
just,
people.
It was comfort food. And they were talking about like macaroni. And instead of macaroni and cheese, to just have macaroni and put, butter and salt and pepper. Okay. It's noodles.
Literally.
They're versatile.
Some butter, some salt, some oil.
Yeah.
Some pepper.
Well, if you got butter, you don't usually need the oil. But,
well, if you're boiling the noodles.
Yeah. But, it's just simple.
Mm-hmm. You know what the rich people are getting? They're going to the fucking actual delis and getting meats cut for them. They're fucking eating Wagyu.
I mean, my God, we don't even have actual things like that in this area.
Non-frozen stuff.
And it's just like, now there was one place in Bristol that sold fish. I don't even know if it's still down there. They had seafood that was actually fresh, that they would go down to maybe North Carolina or something every day or so and get it, because we're very inland.
Very, very.
So as far as fresh seafood, not usually.
Yeah.
But now they did. They would go, and I don't know if they're still there. That was many years ago. But these are things that other people, if they're along a coast, well, yeah, you're going to have access to that.
Yeah, pretty much. You're going to get an abundance of that because you're right there at the sea line.
Right.
Now, unless you're around here, then you just go into the creek and then lift up some rocks, and there you go. You got crawdads.
Right, and I don't know exactly.
They're nasty.
What's the difference between a crawdad and a crayfish or whatever that the people eat down in like Louisiana and stuff? I don't know that there is, other than the size of the creature.
That's it. They're the same thing. Heck, if we let the ones grow long enough down here, they'd be the same size.
Well, I mean, aren't they?
Of course, they all got more mercury infused in them too. So
well, yeah, there is that. There's always that. But it was just astounding, and to sit there and go, some of that stuff, I'm like, that's not poverty food.
No,
it's not poverty food.
No.
And they were talking about shepherd's pie, and that is something that we have not. It just was not something that our family used. That it's a spiced beef or whatever, and that you put the mashed potatoes on top of it and heat it all together.
Right.
Well, that's very simple. Yeah. Now, with us, when people had mashed potatoes that was left over, a lot of times they would make potato cakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're tasty.
Potato cakes are damn good.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of things with potatoes.
Yeah. Potatoes are remarkably versatile.
Sometimes I think, okay, are they just saying, like, when they say poverty food, well, we got potatoes, and there's multiple things you can do with potatoes. Are they saying lazy food instead? Is that what they're talking about?
I don't know.
Is that what they're expecting?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, scalloped potatoes, those damn things are good.
There's
hash browns.
I don't know that there's anything that, as far as a meal or dish with potatoes, that's bad.
No,
honestly, you can, and that's just like to dice up potatoes and onions and bake them. Mm-hmm. That's a wonderful dish.
Yeah.
It's simple. And maybe that's what they should have said as far as simple foods instead of poverty foods.
Right.
Now, people around here, poverty foods included brown beans and cornbread.
Yeah.
Now, that was a staple. That is an Appalachian staple. The only reason we don't do that often is because beans and diabetes, that's not a good combination.
Yeah, no.
They will I love
jack
beans.
Your sugar up.
Oh my God, they will jack your sugar up horribly. But
got a lot of carbs in them.
And it's like to use what you have and be creative with it.
Yeah, literally. You got to be to be in poverty is to be in a constant creative state. Yeah. Because you got to make do with what you got. You got innovative. That's the word I was looking for. You got to be in a constant innovative state.
We have never viewed as far as our cuisine to go, oh, that's a poverty meal.
Literally.
We've never done that.
No.
To have a poverty meal is to have no meal. That's poverty.
Licking sauce off of rocks.
Yeah.
That's poverty.
Mm-hmm. But as far as growing up, people as potted meat sandwich and a bowl of tomato soup, that was good eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
The grilled cheese with some tomato soup.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Or chicken noodle soup.
I was never chicken noodle soup. I was never into tomato sandwiches, though. But I ain't much of a tomato person.
The tomato sandwiches or tomato soup?
Tomato sandwiches.
I love tomato sandwiches. A homegrown, ripe tomato, big slab of that.
Yeah.
On light bread. That's what we call it. Light bread is a white bread here.
Now listen, I can mess with a BLT.
With mayonnaise on it. That's some damn fine eating, especially summertime. That is the taste of summer. Yeah.
I would rather have just a cucumber sandwich.
Yeah.
That's a light summer thing. Of course,
but it's like
I just don't eat that.
Poverty meals. I never thought about it.
No, because literally it's like even some of the stuff that the Appalachian woman made, like some people would consider that poverty meals, and it's like that's not. That is not.
You may tell you
a poverty meal is you're eating bread. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you got bread.
Yeah.
For some of these people, and they think that I don't understand people eating fast food all the time. First of all, I don't see how in the hell they afford it.
You don't know.
Second of all, you don't know what the hell you're eating.
Exactly. I've been told this is alleged. This is completely alleged. It's theory. It's not proven. There's human meat in the burgers.
Oh no.
Human meat.
No.
I also heard from somewhere long ago that there was hair, that they somehow made the buns with hair.
I have seen there's some ridiculous stuff that people will get. I think they do it just to see who is gullible enough to believe some things. For real. For real.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is also why you make your own food, that you know what's in it.
And that is one of the things. Now, it's a luxury for us that tiny shop near us that the guy's daughter raises cattle.
Mm-hmm.
And so they harvest the cattle and they sell the meat there in the shop.
Yeah.
That I would rather, and I support them. And they go down to Asheville or someplace like that and bring butter and cheese and sell in their shop.
Mm-hmm.
I like to know where my food's coming from.
Yeah, I would.
And in some of it, like the potted meat, just don't.
You don't think about it.
You pray over it and you go on.
Yeah, you really do not. You don't think too deeply into that.
No.
It's like sometimes you really don't want to know what's in it.
No.
That's like bologna. Sometimes
just don't think about it.
don't want to. But you know what? A bologna sandwich, that's considered poverty meal, I think. But at the same time, no.
So. Hell no, not the price on the beef bologna nowadays. My God.
And
we could have got a steak for the price we paid.
And to heaven forbid you have to get the beef mixed with the chicken and shit like that. That's gritty. That's disgusting.
It is. Because if it's something that you honestly, you're struggling to eat, it's like, don't eat it.
You're nasty.
Don't eat it. That's
You're
like
nasty.
But it was just amazing. And it's like, what do these people do? What do they do?
They go to delis. They go to bread shops. They go to whatever these places that cut the meats there, whatever the fuck. You can go to Food City and you can get the same shit.
Mm-hmm. But also, I think that in these other places, they don't understand that it takes us, 30 minutes. We've got one grocery that we can be there in about 10, 15 minutes. But the prices are usually not good.
The prices are horrible. And I don't think they have a deli.
No. Well, I don't know. Food Country may have a deli. I don't know. I don't go in there enough to know. I
don't know. I've gone in there a handful of times, and every single time that yellow lighting.
Yeah, that's weird.
And it feels oppressing in there.
Yeah. So we go to other stores, but half an hour or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine these people having access, and it's like, oh, well, let's go to the store every day before, for supper, to decide what we're going to fix for supper.
Yeah.
What? No, we go to the store maybe once a week. In winter, we will stock up to do more than 1 week because we don't know what the weather's going to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You put things in the freezer. You buy things that...
you save it for later.
Yeah,
You freeze it for later.
Yeah, if it's meats and stuff like that. So we have no clue how other people live.
Are people opposed to freezing meats?
I don't
or freezing
know.
food in general?
I don't know. I think some people don't know how to do it properly. They've not been taught.
You stick it in the deep freeze. How complicated is it to put something in a baggie, you zip it up, and then you stick it in the deep freeze?
That's like there are people that don't know to put it in like a freezer type baggie. That the packaging that it comes from the store, they'll just put that in the freezer. Well, yeah, you're going to get some freezer burn because that stuff is not airtight.
Yeah.
And usually you have to use those things 6 months to a year. You can't keep things for forever. You have to rotate your stock.
You do. Unless if it's at the very bottom of the thing, listen, some of that shit that's frozen, it can be frozen for years. Years.
It depends on what it is.
Be fine.
It depends on what it is. If it's
people have eaten frozen mammoth meat.
If it's got permafrost, I don't know that I would consume it. It won't kill you. It just don't taste good.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally the only thing. It just tastes
dried out.
Just tastes burnt.
Yeah. But yeah, poverty meals. God, it was just absolutely hilarious. And it was another thing they were talking about as far as hamburger gravy. Well, if you fry hamburgers, you can definitely make a gravy.
Yes.
It ain't going to hurt a thing.
That's considered
tasty.
Poverty?
It was just crazy. But I sit here and I'm like, we have no clue how other people are living.
No.
And it doesn't matter because we're thankful for what we have. We give thanks for anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
How is that poverty?
I don't know. Personally, at times, it's like, it feels like we're richer than most people.
Yes.
Because,
God, we have food and clothing and shelter and family. We are wealthy.
Yeah. Just because we don't have X amount of money in our bank accounts, whatever, that does not equate to wealth.
No. No, it doesn't. We have music. We have laughter. We have just... That's wealth.
Mm-hmm.
It's wealth. Mm-hmm. So let us know what your poverty meals consist of. God.
I grew up poor and ratchet. Just a simple country boy. Oh, my
goodness. It's just, what a world. What a world. You want to tell the folks where we can be found?
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. You can also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Rolanda, COCWS. You can check me out on there, too, at That Alien Sable.
Yeah, it's there. His is there in the description box.
Mm-hmm.
So, know that you are loved.
Yes.
That means you have wealth.
Mm-hmm.
You have value. We appreciate anybody that takes the time to sit and ponder with us and laugh with us and all that stuff. That's, you all are our treasures, truly.
Yes. Yes. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah.
Have a good.
Treat other people the way you would like to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.